Yo, boys. It's Papa for the boys, your six-string prophet, scraping by with a beat-up guitar and a gut full of hell no for the world's idiocy. Grab a seat, maybe a root beer, and let's tear into Netflix's Ragnarok. Fun plot, sure. But it's so woke it's practically auditioning for a TED Talk. Climate change sermons, anti-white jabs, and relationships looser sexually than a hippie's sandals. Come on, man. It's silliness on steroids. Let's shred this thing and get to what's real. All right, Ragnarok. Norwegian teen drama, Norse mythology. Sounds badass, right? Kid named Magne. I'm not sure how they pronounce it. It's written Magne, but I think they pronounce it more like mum or mung, which is to bark in Korea. So they have bark or a mung, who moves with his family, his mother and his brother, to Edda, a pretty little town, actually more of a village. And he gets zapped by some old lady, and boom, he's Thor reincarnated, without the cool uniform and awareness of what he's got. But he's slinging hammers and fighting evil corporations. Well, it might get there eventually. Plot's a hoot. Like Riverdale meets the God of War. You got giants posing as rich jerks, and a fjord that's basically Instagram bait, and enough teen angst to fill a hot topic. I binged it, had a few laughs, and the mythology's cool. Thor, Loki, all that jazz. If they'd stuck to the story, it'd be a banger. But no. They had to slather it in woke sauce so thick it drowns the fun. First up, the climate change preaching. Every episode's like a Greta Thunberg fan club meeting. Mung, who's mentally slow as molasses and dumb as a box of rocks, is fighting the Jutul family, spelled Jutul, but I think they pronounce it Jutul. Jutul's run a factory that's apparently killing the planet. Well, fighting's a bit of an overstatement. There's no real action in this thing until the 6th episode, the last of the first season, more than a little slow. I'm all for building characters and all, but these characters are only skin deep at best, and all have the same idiotic lack of personality. Anyway, fish are dying, glaciers are melting, and the kids are waving planet over profit signs like it's a high school musical for Mother Earth. Look, nobody's saying pollute for kicks, but the show is so heavy-handed it feels like you're being lectured by a vegan at a barbecue. Nature's been through worse. Ice ages, volcanoes, it's still here. The idea that a teen Thor's gotta save the fjord from evil capitalists. It's so on the nose, it's practically a nose ring. And the Ragnarok apocalypse tied to climate change? Give me a break. That's mythology cosplaying as a UN report. That's why Papa's skewering a bad script. Then there's the anti-white vibe. Oh boy. Does it stink like last week's lutefisk? The U-Bulls, or Utils, or Jutles, the bad guys, are blonde, blue-eyed, Nordic stereotypes, basically the poster kids for evil white people. The show's not subtle. Rich, white, capitalist giants are trashing the planet, while the scrappy, diverse teens are saving it. One kid's even saying the world's been being ruined by the old white men. Really? In Norway, where it's 98% white. Seriously, Norway has 1.5% to 2% of its people from African roots. And the series, which is set in a small village on a fjord that's almost off the map, has an abundance of other than white ethnicities in its small cast, and even a dwarf or midget. I don't remember what the difference is between those groups. It's like the writers flew in from California and forgot where they were. Pretty hilarious, actually. This isn't storytelling. It's a diversity checklist with a grudge. Common sense sees through this crap. It's not about fairness. It's about shaming folks for existing. Young kings, don't apologize for your skin or your roots. Own them. And screw the guilt trips. And don't get me started about the sexual mores. This show's looser than a thrift store guitar string. You got Loritz, Loki's reincarnation, flipping between genders like he's swiping on Tinder. He's wearing makeup, flirting with dudes, and get this, birthing a freaking tapeworm serpent thing with a nod to a Norse myth. The show calls it genderqueer and pats itself on the back for being inclusive. Inclusive? More like trying to win a woke Oscar. Then you got teens hooking up left and right, no strings, no consequences, no commitments. It's like free love commune, except I don't think anybody knows what love is. One Jutul kid's dating a human, another's eyeing Magne. It's a soap opera with less chill than a Norwegian winter. Nature's clear. Men and women, biology, commitment. This show's out there acting like relationships are a Build-A-Bear workshop. Now let's get real. The conservatives' takes got this nailed. Nature ain't a puzzle. Men are men, women are women, and relationships aren't a free-for-all. The DSM-5 still lists gender dysphoria as a mental health issue, not a lifestyle to celebrate or a choice. Ragnarok's obsession with fluid identities and queer-friendly vibes is just pandering, not truth. And the anti-white climate crisis preaching, it's a tired script that damns the show to irrelevance. You, young bucks, don't need this noise. You built to see through this fog. Trust biology, trust work, trust what's real. The plot's fun, sure, but it's buried under so much woke baggage, it's like finding a good riff in a Nickelback song. So what's the play, my boys? Watch Ragnarok for the Thor vibes if you want, but don't swallow the sermon. Nature's not complicated. Men and women, strength and purpose, that's your blueprint. Don't let a show guilt you into thinking your heritage, your drive, and your clarity of mind is wrong. Reality is your anchor. Be proud of who you are. Build something solid and laugh off the woke nonsense. You're men, or you're getting there. Act like it. Papa, for the boys, receding into the shadows to mix his latest tunes. Be entertained, boys, but don't amuse yourself to death. Keep the deep thinking clear of the woke nonsense. Have courage and carry on. Back to you soon.